Imam Ghazali mentions a person is loved for three things. Islamic Sharia. These are just some examples. A person is beloved to somebody else for three things. Number one, because of ihsan, because of his doing good to the other person. So if I give you all gifts, a bag full of these goodies, you're going to like us, right? You're going to start loving us and returning the gifts, inshallah. If I give you all, hand out money to all of you, you're going to start loving me, right? If somebody gives you a gift, that feeling gives you in your heart, right? He or she gave me a gift, you appreciate it. When you do good to someone, invite somebody for a meal, they feel, they appreciate it. That increases love between you, right? When you exchange gifts. So this is called ihsan. So the first reason somebody loves something else is because of that person being good to them, that person being ihsan to them, right? Number two is because that thing helps you survive. We all love food, right? Who doesn't love food? Put your hand up. No hands up, yes? You all love food. Why do you love food? Because it helps you survive. You like your clothes. We like wearing our clothes, right? Why? It helps us survive. Asbab al-baqa, all the means and reasons that help you survive and remain healthy and living, you like those things, right? Mobile phone is the biggest one, I think, right? Without that, it's panic attack. Number three is kamal, perfection. You love something because it's perfect, because it's beautiful, because it's got that, it makes you feel complete, right? Kamal. You love something because it's beautiful. So you look at nice scenery. Why do people like the sunset? Why do people like greenery? Why do people like all these different things? Because it makes them feel good. It's a sign of perfection. It's a reflection or a manifestation of the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these are the very same reasons why we should love the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he has done more good to us than anybody else. What he gave to us in the Quran, in the Sunnah, his du'as for us, yes. The Prophet ﷺ does dua for us, right? And in a hadith, Sayyidah Aisha once with the Prophet ﷺ, and she said to the Prophet ﷺ, make dua for me. Make dua for me. So the Prophet ﷺ said, oh Allah, forgive Aisha her past sins, her future sins, her hidden sins, her open sins, what she knows and what she doesn't know. And she started smiling, a big smile came on her face, right? The Prophet ﷺ just did that dua for me. And the Prophet ﷺ said, oh Aisha, does that make you happy? She goes, how can I not be happy, O Messenger of Allah? You ask forgiveness for my past sins, for my future sins, hidden, open, what I know, what I don't know. How can I not be happy at this dua? And the Prophet ﷺ then said, I make this dua for my ummah after every prayer. I make this dua for my ummah after every prayer. Prophet ﷺ did dua for us. Nobody has done any good, anything greater and any greater good than the Prophet ﷺ for us. So we should love him for that. He is the most perfect of Allah's creation. He is the most perfect human being, the greatest of all creation. And we should learn about him to love him more and more. And of course, he is our means of survival, right? On the Day of Judgment, who are we going to turn to? You can turn to everybody on the Day of Judgment, Allah will not accept it. You can't even turn to Allah on that day because Allah is not going to accept it until you go through the Prophet ﷺ. People go to the Prophets. And the wisdom of that is, as mentioned to be by my teacher, Shaykh Muhammad Al-Yaqoubi, it's mentioned in the books as well, I read it in one of the commentaries, is because had they gone to the Prophet ﷺ at the beginning, people would not have understood his rank. But because they went to every single Prophet, in some narration it says they go to more than the Prophets mentioned, but they went to all the top ranking Prophets, everybody will realize that, today this is the greatest person. Because we've been to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, and Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, and Sayyidina Adam, and Sayyidina Musa, and Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, nothing. Nafsi, themselves, they can't do anything for us. Who is the one that's going to save us on this day? Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Muhammad ibn Abdullah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and they will all go to him. So we need to learn about him, we need to understand him, and we need to increase our love for him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Shama'il, we're going to learn that anybody who came across him thought that he was the most beloved to him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Right, so this was a beautiful characteristic that when you're with this person, I'm his best friend. I'm the one he look at me the most. He knows I'm the one that I'm his favorite. Everybody felt like that with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How do you do that? I want to know because it's amazing. Everybody loves you, right? Because it's amazing. I had a friend like this actually, convert to Islam. His name was Danas, but he became Abdul Haq. He died at 33. But one thing I can remember, and he wasn't my close friend, right? He was just a friend. But whenever we were with him, you felt like you were his best friend. He made everybody feel that way. He'd talk about what you want to talk about. He'd smile. He'd say, he knew the buttons to push with you to make you feel happy. And he had this beautiful skill. And when he passed away, not just myself, but I say in the 10s and 20s and 30s, of people mentioned this characteristic. They said, you know what we remember about him? Whenever you're with him, he made you feel special. Whenever you're with him, you felt like you're your best friend. He made you feel that. He even actually phoned me the night. He passed away the following day. He phoned me the night before. And he was really happy. He was like, now on Clyde 9. And I was like, why are you happy for? He said, I always wanted to go to Makkah and Medina. Never got to go. Because somebody went there and called me and said, I'm giving salam from you to the Prophet ﷺ right now. Because I just couldn't believe it. Somebody's remembered me and phoned me to tell me. And then he passed away the next day in a gym, healthy, fine, just, Allah, his time was up. But he's the kind of person that, I'll remember for the rest of my life because of the prophetic characteristic that he had. May Allah have mercy on him.